choose to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, and I'll tell you what, it's been a while, and I've missed them, but I'm glad to be joined by my pal, Sam Jones. What's happening, mate? You good?
Don't let certain people, you call me your pal, Andrew.
I know. Well, we'll talk about that in due course. But listen, I might have to break out the old right hand, Sam.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Obviously, it's been a while, mate, and I've seen that you've been very, very busy. You've been signing a lot of fighters. It seems like a couple of weeks ago, just constant sign. So you've been a busy man.
It's slowed down now. It's slowed down on me. I've got a good crop now. A good crop of young talent that I can't wait. It's fresh, mate. It's new for me, and I'm excited, mate. I feel the best I've ever felt. I've worked in boxing for many years now, and I feel like this is the best I've felt. Do you understand what I mean? It's the best I've felt. I'm so energized by it, and all these young prospects that I've signed. I'm so excited to really get cracking with them all. And obviously with Jack spearheading it, I'm fortunate, blessed, and I'm really looking forward to it, Andy. Really looking forward to it.
Well, it's exciting times ahead, Sam. Like I say, you do have some very, very young talent, but I do want to get your thoughts. I mean, we are 48 hours late, but let's talk about it. I'm just going to hit you with it straight off the bat. Was it a low blow? Wasn't it a low blow? What was it?
Andy, the thing is, right, one, I am kind of sick of talking about it now. However, I've watched it so many times, and right, I've been in rules meetings, yeah? I've been in many, many rules meetings, and it's at the ref. Everyone keeps saying, it's the rules. I've heard many refs say, if you hit here, good. If you hit below it, but and it's not just, people keep saying, oh, it's not just the balls. Yeah, I know it's not just the balls. It's it's at the referee's discretion. And from my knowledge, and obviously I've seen it just earlier on, Don Charles posted the video. The referee doesn't stipulate what's low and what's good. It's from what I saw, right? Usyk had his shorts high, as he always does, and Daniel Dubois hit him in the belly. Even my old mate, the Tartan Tornado, he said it as well. It's hit him in the belly. So if me and him are agreeing on something, it must be right.
I'll tell you what, that's a shock to the system. But
no, but no. So for what I'm getting at is, I know the difference. Like a low blow, look at there's a clip of Jared Anderson going to the body constantly on the belt line. There's a video that say Tony Bellew posted of a referee very clearly saying anything the belt line and below, foul. So that's it. But in this, all I can say is I watched it, and there's people I respect very much so. Paul Smith, Peter Fury, they've all said that was a low blow, right? But there's also Sonny Edwards. There's countless amounts of people. I think yourself as well. I don't know. I just think it was a body shot, right? It was a body shot. Usyk wears his trunks high. And I think one thing I did change my mind on. I'm not saying Dubois should have been the world heavyweight champion, right? Like what I said 48 hours ago, right? I think that Usyk would have got to his feet if the referee started going in his face 1, 2, 3, 4. But ultimately, we will never know that. And one thing's for certain, he was hurt. He was hurt, right? So I guess we'll never know. I think Dubois is hard done by as to what happened. I think he got outwitted, outmaneuvered, and Dubois just not got the capacity in here to deal with a situation like that. And his head went after the fight. I know it's moving on to something different, but then Dubois didn't really want to. He wanted out of there, Dubois.
Well, just to stay on, I will touch about that the stoppage in a moment. I do want to stay on this because it's like I watched the video and I slowed it down and I watched it and I'm not giving my opinion. I'm just putting this out there for you. I don't know if you've seen the slow motion replay, which the referee doesn't. The referee only saw it hit his waistband. But the slow motion replay that I saw when it was frame by frame and it was going through is when Daniel was throwing that sort of like half right uppercut, right hook to the body. As Usyk lifted his leg, it seemed like his protector and his shots read up a little bit.
Correct. So,
Yeah, so
everyone keeps posting videos of the after the fight showing Usyk's trunks down because he's pulled his trunks down. He shoved his trunks down. Exactly. When Dubois hit him, the short, because the way the punch landed, it didn't punch down. He punched up. The shorts lifted up. All I'm saying is the referee, for one, I almost can assure you, if you look at the ref was almost like he's put him over here. But when Usyk was kind of holding his cup kind of thing on the floor, insinuating that he's been low blow, the referee was like, "Oh, take your time, champ." You watch every time Dubois hit Usyk to the body, he did not like it. He didn't like it. Dubois punches like a train, mate. So he didn't like it. But it's like people say, "Oh, this," and I'm not discrediting Usyk as a fighter. Usyk is one of the best fighters you will ever see. His ring craft, his boxing IQ, his distance, his unbelievable jab, his measure of distance. He's an elite level future Hall of Fame fighter. I'm just saying, I think he manipulated the ref in this specific contest. Let's not get away from the fact he outboxed Daniel. Yeah, he won every round other than the round that he could have got knocked out on. But he won every minute of every round, really. Dubois had a couple of moments. So it's a really hard one. It's a really hard one. If that punch would have landed on Dubois, we wouldn't be having these conversations. It'd be a fair shot, job done. Dubois quit or whatever. Like it's that's just my opinion. I think it's just because of kind of who it was. That's just my opinion on the matter. But like what I say, there's people more qualified than me. I've been around boxing. I've been in the game a long time. But there's people who I respect greatly. Peter Fury, Bellew, a lot of people. Yeah. But there's also a hell of a lot of people who I also respect that have said the total opposite. So there needs to be more clarification as to what is low and what's not. But from what I was always understood, it's the referee's discretion. Yeah. But I think, like you say, when Dubois landed the shot, the shorts rode up, and he hit him in the belly. And I think he did him with the body shot. But it is what it is, Andy. It is what it is. There's no point appealing it. No one's going to get anywhere by appealing.
I guarantee you that every single man that's been hitting the nuts, right? You know that it's an unbelievable pain, and the first thing you do is bring your hands down and you cradle your balls, and that's what you do. Did Usyk do that?
I think because this is what people are saying. Like, I think I read what Peter Fury said. I understand it. Just when you get hit low, it doesn't just have to be the balls. Like if you get hit in your groin, it hurts.
The bladder, the groin, yeah.
Yeah, in the bladder, the groin. But I think he hit Usyk in the belly. That's just what I saw. And look, everyone's got their own opinions. There's people saying, "Oh, it's 100% a low blow." There's a lot of people with agendas, by the way. When I watch boxing, I don't have an agenda. I thought Usyk was going to win. I put a few £100 on Usyk winning in round. I can't believe one. I think it was round 9. So I was one round off. So I was half gutted at that. But I wanted Dubois to win. He's a Brit. He's a Brit. I wanted him to win. I've got no agendas when I watch boxing. I was disappointed with Dubois as well. I was annoyed at him. I thought, you've got him hurt here. Whatever's happened, whether it's his bollock, groin, belly, good shot, bad shot, he had no points taken off him. Yeah? He had no points taken off him. Climb all over him. I don't know why no one was screaming at him or he was... what Dubois, I just don't think he has it in him to... You know when you see like the best fighters, Andrew, the best fighters when they have someone hurt, right? They've got the killer. They have got a killer instinct. All the greatest fighters, you know what I mean? They've got the killer instinct in them when they have someone hurt. Dubois just like, I don't know, like he just.
It seems to be his personality, Sam. It just seems to be he's quite a relaxed, chilled.
You see, Andrew, right? If Dubois, trust me on this, right? And I've seen Dubois under the lights. Obviously, the build. I've spent a lot of time around him because with the Joe build up. I've seen him spar and look immense in sparring. If Dubois can get someone, I'm not saying who it is. I'm not saying people all say, oh, if it's not like, say Billy Nelson was saying, oh, if it's not in you, it's not in you. If Dubois, a lot of boxers have sports psychologists. I know high-profile athletes that have sports psychologists. If there's ever an athlete that needs a sports psychologist, it's Daniel Dubois. I don't know what it is, but if somebody or something can get him right, Dubois at 25 years old can be a force in the heavyweight division. I know people will give me stick on that, but I've seen enough of Daniel in sparring and under the lights to know that he's got everything there to be a great fighter. It's just between his ears, and it's always been that way with Daniel. And I'm not going to say that he's quit. I'm not going to, because I don't like that word. I just genuinely believe it's all to do with self-belief with Daniel, because he has none. He has no self-belief. And if he does get some self-belief, which people are in this world where everyone's so cynical nowadays, aren't they, on Twitter? And like, it's a horrible place, isn't it? The world, like, oh, quitter. He's still a young man. Do you know what I mean? He's 25 years of age. If somebody can get him right, he will be a great fighter, Daniel Dubois. And he can be a force in the heavyweight division. I truly believe that. The size, the power that he has, everything. I believe that. And I genuinely wish him all the best. I know I've had cracked some jokes at Daniel's expense sometimes, but but I like Daniel a lot, and I want to see him do well. I really, really want to see him do well, because I know that would have killed his confidence even more. So hopefully he'll have good people around him. He can get a sports psychologist, and he can kind of rejuvenate his career a little bit. But yeah, that's just my opinion on Daniel. Another thing, I don't want them to rush him go straight back into these big, massive fights. I want him to kind of operate at domestic level for now. Do you know what I mean? Take 2 steps back to go a few steps forward. You're 25, because one more big defeat might just be the icing on the cake. Like, he doesn't need that at his age. I think the worst thing that ever happened to him was that WBA regular belt, where he became a target. Do you understand what I mean? People like these fighters that he don't need in his life, Bacolis, and he doesn't need them type of fights right now, Daniel. He needs confidence builders, a gradual process to get him to kind of enjoy boxing. Because what I look at Daniel Dubois, right, and I'm not a sports psychologist or a freaking any kind of psychologist before anyone starts saying that I think I'm, but when I look at Daniel, he doesn't look like he enjoys what he's doing. That's just my opinion. He looks like he's manufactured. Everything's manufactured with him. And he's just there because he's not because he's told to be there, but it's kind of like that's probably all he thinks he can do. But if he can get happy and, as I say, like and enjoy what he's doing, and self-belief, I believe he'll go far in boxing. But until he gets that, he won't go anywhere. But I wish him all the best, genuinely.
Sam, you mentioned there that you don't want to say that he quit, but
No.
you were there, you were ringside when Joyce just damaged his eye socket. Now, when Usyk hit him with that it was a strong, stiff sort of half a corkscrew jab.
It's not, in my opinion. No.
Do you think that injury that Joyce gave him, was that playing on the back of his mind? Do you think
no, nothing to do with it. It's just, it's nothing to do with it. It's just, I genuinely believe when he put him on the floor, and when he kind of got told off, because it looks like only at Daniel, when he was telling Daniel off, he's like he's being told off at school. Like, that's how he looks. That little kind of look on his face. He just looked disheartened, and he didn't want to be in there. Listen, if I'm going to give Usyk stick, who is an all-time great, I've got to be honest about the Dubois situation. He didn't want to be in there in the end. He just didn't. And I was backing him. I bet Usyk to win. You know what I mean? Like I was 1 round off, but I wanted Dubois to win. Forget the bet. I wanted Dubois to win. I was willing him to win, but he didn't want to be in there. He just didn't want to be in there. So it's not quitting. It's not just quitting. It's just more, he doesn't believe in himself at all. He has his confidence is on the deck. It really is. And that's why I say at 25, I kind of feel sorry for him a little bit. I want to see him enjoy what he does, because it all looks manufactured to me. It really does.
Sam, just to take a little hard segue here. If you're the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury watching that fight on Saturday night, what's going through your mind?
I would say, let me fight Ngannou, and let Usyk get in the ring, and I'll fight him immediately after the fight.
Straight after
What?
Ngannou.
Straight after Ngannou. Let him do his little misfits thing with Ngannou, and then get Usyk in the ring, and let's have a real fight. But I think, like what I've always said, Tyson Fury is the premier heavyweight in the world. I have no interest in the Ngannou fight. Like, legitimately, I buy all pay-per-views and stuff when it boxing and stuff. I'm just that kind of nerd. But I won't be buying Ngannou Fury unless, I don't know, there's a couple of the undercards decent. I've just got no interest in it. I want to see Usyk fight Tyson Fury, and I want to see Tyson Fury solidify himself as the greatest heavyweight of this era, which he deserves, in my opinion. But yeah, let's see him do it. Let's see him beat Usyk.
You think that Tyson, to solidify that his legacy, he needs the Usyk and Joshua fights?
Yeah, he does. You need to fight, like all the greats have done it in the past. In the past, all the greats have done it. You've got to fight the best of the best of your era. Even if you believe, which he does, that he's another planet to them, he probably is. But if he believes this, you have to go out and prove it, and you've got to show people you're the man. You can't just beat Wilder 3 times. Do you understand what I mean? I know people do forget this, and he went to Germany and he beat Klitschko. But Joshua, although he's lost a couple of times, he's one of the most famous fighters in the world. He's still an enormous draw. People want to see that fight. People want to see you fight Usyk, who's got the other 3 belts. So this is just me speaking as a fan. I want to see Tyson Fury fight at least Usyk and Joshua before he retires. At least.
No, I'm on the same boat as you, to be honest, Sam. I really want to see them fights as a boxing fan.
You're a Tyson Fury mate. Tyson Fury, I'm my mate. I don't know anything. I just want to see him. I don't want him to retire and go, oh, I'd have beat him. No, mate, we want to see it.
I agree. Sam, before, obviously, it's getting on a little bit. I know you've got a little one.
No, I'm good now, mate. Baby's in bed.
Oh, baby's in bed. Let's talk, okay. Let's talk. I'm heading down to Manchester tomorrow for this Smith Eubank rematch, and I'm absolutely buzzing for this one, man. I watched the gloves are off. I'm watching the back and forth between the two of them. I'm expecting a better fight this time round. What are you expecting?
Mate, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not that excited about the fight because it was and I like Eubank Jr., love Liam Smith. Liam Smith, in my opinion, should be able to move on and have a different fight. Like, I want to see Liam Smith fight for a world title, do you know what I mean? Involved in other big fights. It was usually when you get rematches, right? It's because of a conclusive. Not because of. It's because there's controversy or so. There was no controversy. He just wiped him out.
Well, Eubank is going with the elbow.
No, I understand. I understand that. And listen. Make no mistake. I'll buy the pay-per-view. My mate's boxing on it, Florian Marku. Really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Dave Allen against Fraser Clark.
Yes.
That's an intriguing one. It's a tremendous undercard. Looking forward to it. But I'm not like overly excited about the main event. Listen, obviously it's intriguing because it is a must-win for Eubank. It is a must-win for Eubank. Can I see him winning? No, but like what you say, I genuinely believe it'd be a much better, much closer fight than last time. A much closer fight. But let's see, mate. Let's see. I'm more looking forward to the undercard, if I'm honest with you.
A good undercard. Adam Azim's on it as well. You got Mark Heffron defending his British.
Yeah, but Adam Azim's not in a great fight, mate. That's not a good fight that he's in. Adam Azim's the opponent. I watched his opponent, mate. Adam Azim will win it in 3 rounds. I want to see Lauren Price as well. Lauren Price is an Olympic gold medalist. I want to see her headlining shows in Wales and being built in Wales, not just chucked on an undercard. I think she's worth more than that, in my opinion. I think they need to back Lauren Price a little bit more.
Michaela Meyer talking about women's boxing. She's on the card as well, which is
that's what I mean. I'm not. I like Michaela Meyer, big fan of her, but she'll be in what kind of fight she in? Some nothing kind of fight. Like I want the undercard. As I say, Dylan Moran against Florian Marku, great fight. Dave Allen against Fraser Clark, very intriguing fight. How much has Dave Allen got left? How good is Fraser Clark in the professional ranks? Good fight, really good fight. Adam Azim, I love watching Adam Azim. I think the opponent's no good, to be honest with you. I think Adam Azim would dispatch him within 3. But big fan of Adam Azim. So yeah, I'm more looking forward to the undercard than I am the main event, if I'm honest with you. And that's no like down on Liam Smith or you, because I just think I want to see Liam Smith in bigger fights now. He won conclusively.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, Andy. Like I might be wrong, but I just think that we've seen it. Like, do you know what I mean? We've seen it. I don't know. Is it sold out? Has the arena sold out?
I think it's done okay, mate. I'm not, to be honest, I'll be lying if I gave you.
Well, it reflects, doesn't it? It reflects. Yeah. And do you know what? The card is better than the last card for the Eubank. Do you know what I mean? The undercard's brilliant undercard. Can't complain about the undercard from start. I'll watch it from kind of start to finish type of thing. But I just think that Liam Smith deserved a bigger fight, if I'm honest with you. But it's interesting to see. I would have preferred to see Eubank fight Conor Benn and Liam Smith fight
Golovkin.
I don't know, different. Yeah, mate. I don't know, just a better fight. But
well, I've got a fight you'll be interested in, Sam. You might be Jack Catterall versus Jorge Linares. Now, I haven't spoke to you about this,
mate. This is what I mean, mate. This is now we're talking, mate. Big time boxing. No, listen, Linares. People have said, "Oh, Linares, he's old and whatnot." Mate, Linares, this is his last chance. He's going to be firing on all cylinders, and he'll know that he'll want to knock Jack Catterall out, and he'll be very, very dangerous, especially early. So Jack Catterall's preparing meticulously.
Well done.
Got that wrong.
Well done.
I got that wrong. Then, do you know what I mean? It's late, mate. I've had a long day, mate. But yes, he's going to be preparing very, 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 very hard for Jorge, who, again, I've got so much love and respect for, mate. So I'm looking forward to catching up with him after Jack beats him.
Well, listen, I've got to say, obviously, Linares is 38 years old. He's had 3 losses back to back. So what kind of performance does Jack need to put on here? Does he need to?
Yeah, I agree.
Late stoppage, whatever. Does he have to absolutely destroy Linares?
I think, right, listen, we've got to be honest, right? We've got to, and I've said this to Jack, and he knows it. Jack's a smart guy, right? He's a smart guy. Jack has to do a job on Linares. He has to do a job on him, and he's prepared. He's going to be prepared to do that. But listen, Linares is going to be dangerous. He's going to be dangerous. Linares has gone through back-to-back defeats before in his career, earlier on in his career. If you see his record, and he comes back, so you see him on his social media. He's preparing hard for this fight. He knows that this is it for him. He's got to win this fight. So I think it's going to be a very, very exciting night. It's going to be an explosive night as well, and I genuinely believe it's going to be a fantastic fight for however long it lasts.
I've got to say though, I think Linares fought Kevin Mitchell in the UK, beat him. He fought Anthony
undefeated in the UK.
He's undefeated in the UK. I think he is.
He beat Prowler twice. He beat Kevin Mitchell, and he also beat Luke Campbell in Inglewood.
Yeah, that's right. Aye, but Luke Campbell wasn't in the UK, was it? So he's.
I know, but there's still 4 Brits. 4 Brits.
4 Brits undefeated against British fighters. So, yeah, it's like, I'm going to be down for that one. So I'm looking forward to it myself. But like I said, I want to put you in a spot. We touched on it a little bit at the beginning there. You've signed a lot of fighters, and obviously Mark Dickinson, who's up and he's had a good few fights now as well. But is there a fighter in your stable that the media, fans, we should really look out for? Do you have one guy or one person?
Listen, right, I don't want to just say one, because it's not like Ben and Owen Reese, tremendous fighters. But there's 2 fighters I've signed, right? Dan Toward, who's signed with Wasserman. He is going to light the pro game up. Believe me, right? Cameron Vong, I've probably never been excited about a fighter as much as I am about him. Him and Dan Toward, honestly, these 2 fighters, mate, trust me, Andrew.
I trust you.
Electric.
Right, Sam, listen, it's like I said, it's getting on late, and I always appreciate your time, my man. And are you going to be there Thursday? I'm going to do, Jack's got that thing.
Yeah, possibly, mate, possibly. I don't know, I'm busy this week, man. I'm busy this week, but yeah, possibly, mate, possibly. It's in Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. So if you're there, I'll see you there. If not, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, my man. And it's good to see that you and my
tell you to give you, mate, pass me, mate, my regards.
I will. We all know who you're talking to, my mate Josh. But listen, you agree with each other on the Usyk thing, on the low blow stuff like that. So there is some common ground there.
Some common ground there, mate. I'm sure we will be in and around each other's company sooner rather than later.
You want me to be referee?
No, I want you to kind of sit in front there to kind of say, look, Josh, he's my mate. Like, get you keep away.
I'll be sound. Listen, Sam, enjoy the rest of your night with your wee ones, mate. And well, they're on the bed now anyway. So enjoy your peace time, your quiet time. Always a pleasure to speak to you, mate. Hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. If not, until the next time, mate, I'll see you soon.
Nice one, Andrew. Take care, mate.
Always a pleasure, brother. Thank you, Sam.
You to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,